Hey Canucks fans, last night's game had one of the most bizarre endings I have ever seen. I'm Clay Emo, I'm at Canuck Clay on Twitter, I'm at Clayton Emo on Instagram. I'm the founder of the GLCPC, the Good Looking Canucks Positivity Club, and this is my Canucks take all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Wednesday, November the 6th. So I'm finished bowling, I go home, and I'm all excited to watch the Canucks game on PVR. I'm excited to see if they played our video, admittedly, on TV. I'm excited for a bunch of things, and I go home, and for some reason, inexplicably, my PVR did not record last night's game. It's the first time it hasn't recorded a Canucks game in years, so I got to go check the settings later. So I wasn't able to watch the game. I could watch the 5-minute summary on NHL.com. I read a bunch of vlogs, read a bunch of blogs, excuse me, and I watched some highlights and that were posted on Twitter randomly. So I got a sense of the game. As you guys know, as I mentioned yesterday, Tuesday night's my bowling night, so I not only was I not at the game, but I could catch bits and pieces. They had the games on TVs at the bowling alley. So I do know that the Canucks had a very, very good first period and dominating in the shot clock and on the ice. I do know that our power play was very poor. And listening to guys like Quinn Hughes and JT Miller talk after the game, St. Louis is very aggressive. No, they're the Stanley Cup champions for a reason. They're very aggressive. They're very, the opposite of tentative. They're aggressive, and they're not afraid to charge you, to stand their ground at the line, and they basically disrupted the Vancouver Canucks power play. So Quinn Hughes, being a rookie, as good as he is, he admitted that he's got to get used to players' tendencies and figuring things out. So yeah, if you can't gain the zone and get set up as quickly as you can, then of course the power play, you're simply going to have less time and you're going to feel more rushed, and it made the Canucks power play look stagnant, made it look less dangerous than it has been in the past. So obviously we were happy that Quinn Hughes came back to the lineup, and obviously happy because he scored the game-winning goal with less than 4 minutes left in the game. But yes, the power play was one sore spot for the team. And of course, the other thing would be that a 3-0, and I've watched it so many times. I try to figure out what happened, and it's quite clear what happened. Horvat makes the pass to Myers while Miller's charging the net. Myers shoots wide, and Miller, as he's turning, he actually has his back to Myers as he's curling past the net, past Binnington. He didn't go around the net on the short side of the net, but as he's turning back to skate back on defense, as he turns 180, he sees Myers coming. Myers was going in the same direction, heading to the same spot in the corner after taking his shot, with a lot of momentum. Myers slips. Miller slips over him. Horvat is too deep because, he's going for the rebound. And now we have a 3-on-0 going the other way. Shen does a good job of settling the puck, pass, and then Jaden Schwartz puts it past Jacob Markstrom, who really had no chance. He tried his best. He was doing some pump faking with a stick and everything, trying to disrupt the St. Louis Blues players. But it was indeed a tough play, almost an impossible play for Markstrom. The only way you're going to save that is if they lose the handle or if they flukily shoot it into you. Markstrom got upset, understandably, slammed a stick on the post, breaking it. I've seen him do that live as well, and it's funny they're talking about 1040. Is that a sign of passion, or is that a sign of mental weakness? I'm not going to read too much into it. I actually liked it. Sure, there's passion, but you never want to look like you're losing control. So overall, a tough loss, a 2-1 loss to the defending Stanley Cup champs. But you take you look at the 4-3 win that we had in the shootout in St. Louis in the second week of the season, and you could say that we've taken 3 points out of a possible 4. But then you can also say that St. Louis has taken 3 points out of a possible 4. So that's the way the NHL goes. Between the two teams, they have 6 points of a possible 4, if that makes any sense. It only does because of the 2 extra, bonus points. Instead of a 4 out of a possible 4, we get 6 out of a possible 4. So I'm not worried that Canucks have lost 2 out of the last 3, against a good Ducks team in Anaheim in a game where it could have gone either way because it's a 1-goal game in overtime, and the exact same thing here is a 1-goal game, could have gone either way, especially in the opening moments when the Canucks dominated, and of course when the Canucks also had their fair share of chances in overtime. So overall, it was a good game, a good entertaining game. I've heard a lot of players in the postgame talk about how it was a playoff-like atmosphere, and I have to talk to the people that were in the arena. I've talked to a few people already, because of my song, which I'll get to in a second. But they said, yeah, it was a really, really good game, very entertaining game. Hits, scoring chances, big saves. had a bit of it all. The star players playing well despite the low scoring game. So overall, the Canucks still fine, 9-3-3. That puts them at 21 points in 15 games, only 1 point behind Edmonton with 1 game in hand. So they are fine. They're not going to win every single game, but to get a point is good. Obviously, it's positive, and that's a tough team. There are no gimmies in the league, but certainly St. Louis Blues is everything the furthest from a gimme, given that they're the defending champs. Now the Canucks travel today. They have in Chicago on Thursday, then in Winnipeg on Friday, which is crazy because Winnipeg doesn't have a game until Friday. They're just sitting at home waiting for us, and then the Canucks come home for Sunday for the next battle of Hughes versus Hughes. So if you're at the game, or if you watch the game on TV, or watch it on PVR because your PVR worked, tell me what you thought. Tell me what you thought about the game. In my post-game, not watching it yet, my post-game vlog, I did say I liked that they battled back for a point. I didn't like that 3-0, and I should have added the power play now that I read all the stats. And then the one other thing is what I'll end off this video. And that, of course, is our video, our song that we did for a Canucks video, parody of the 1970s, 80s, 90s, 1970s and 80s hit show sitcom, The Brady Bunch. And we've gotten a lot of positive feedback. So we did the song. I wrote the song with a couple tweaks with the Canucks staff. My good friend, the amazing and beautiful and talented and lovely Marie Huey sang the song. And then my brother, very talented brother Jason Emo, Emo's his last name because we're brothers. He was the one who produced the song, and so the three of us worked together, got together a couple times, and put together this project. The Canucks reached out to me in September to do it, so I'll probably do a peek. I did it on Twitter, a small peek behind the curtain of how this came to be, but I'll probably do a more extensive vlog on it next week, maybe on an off day. But all to say, I'm so grateful that the Canucks trust me with these kind of projects. I'm so grateful that they approached me, and I'm so grateful that it turned out so well. You know, I think I said in the video yesterday that I saw the final draft before it went live. I really liked it. I didn't know how well it would be received, but it's been received very well. I think it's because the Canucks are doing well. That makes a big difference, right? No matter how good the video is, if the Canucks are playing poorly, a lot of people aren't going to like it. But because the Canucks are playing well, I think people appreciate it. And it's especially being appreciated by those that grew up in the 70s and 80s, those that remember the Brady Bunch and know exactly what we were going for. So again, we wrote the song, we gave it to the Canucks, and they cut the video to it. And I think it looks great. You can find it anywhere, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. It has over 30,000 views on Instagram, 25,000 on Facebook and Twitter each, another 2,000 or 3,000 on YouTube. So almost over 80,000 people have seen it so far, which is kind of cool. And I appreciate all of you taking the time to share it, to comment on it, to send me videos of it in the arena. I heard it was received very well with applause and with laughter, which is awesome to hear. But of course, there's going to be some negativity. There's always negativity to any of my songs, and this one was no different. And I actually wonder, not because I'm defensive, I enjoy reading the comments. Those things don't sweat me anymore. You can't be a content creator and be afraid of criticism. They go hand in hand. But I do think that a lot of people who don't like the video, or who are basically asking what the heck is that, I believe that they are young. They're teens, they're in their 20s, and they probably have no clue, no concept of what the Brady Bunch is. So if you don't know what the Brady Bunch is, and you've never seen that opening theme song video, then yeah, you'll wonder, why does it look so plain? Why are all these players looking at each other, or supposed to be looking at each other? More on that next week. And why is it just a blue background? And why is the song so cheesy? All those things. But if you know the Brady Bunch song, I hope you think that we hit the nail on the head and hit it out of the park, so to speak. A lot to do with the song, but a lot to do with the video, and of course having the 8 Canucks players plus Finn in the video. So if you saw the video, let me know what you think about the video as well. I appreciate all the comments that you've given me so far, and I appreciate all feedback, both positive and constructive. All right, Canucks fans, that's what I have for you today. Tell me what your thoughts about last night's game, about the power play or lack thereof. Talk to me about the 3-on-0. Talk to me about Quinn Hughes. Talk to me about the battle level of the Canucks. The fact that we've got 3 out of 4 points from St. Louis in the span of just over a month. In the span of a month. If you saw the video, the Canucks Bunch, tell me what you thought about that as well. I'd love to know your thoughts and get your feedback, like I said, positive or constructive. So leave a comment below. I love to read, react, and reply as always. Subscribe if you like to. Like this video if you like to. Enjoy the day. Have a great day. Canucks are off. They play in Chicago tomorrow. God bless. Go Canucks go.